Hey everyone! With AION 7.9 update, we are getting skill changes for all classes. In today's video, I will show you new changes for each class. So stay with me for the next few minutes to get ready for AION 7.9 and to see which class will get nerfed and which class will get buffed. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to see more AION videos in the future. I am following all informations from beautiful world of AION, and when I see something interesting is happening or if I see some useful information, you will see that here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's do this. So here on the start you actually can see AION Classic Korean website. Just to tell you right away on the start, I am following everything regarding AION Classic, what is happening over there in Korea, and we still don't have any kind of release date for Western region. If I see any kind of information, any kind of release date for us, for Europe, for North America, for West, you will find out about that the same moment here on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in AION Classic, check my YouTube channel, you will also find lots of interesting videos. But let's now focus on the main topic of today's video, and that are skill changes of AION 7.9 for all classes. So in front of you, you can see post from the developers of the game in Korea from October 14, 2020, previous year, and this patch note regarding skill changes we didn't get in AION 7.8. So we are going to get this in AION 7.9, and we are getting lots of changes, many new changes for each class. I will show you everything in details for each class, like I said, and I will put a link in the description below video so you can check for yourself in details. You can check. This is a rough translation from Korean language to English language, but you will be able to understand. So before we start talk about each class, here in front you can see first post, first part of this post is regarding transformation, actually XFORM, changes to XFORM. They have changed with AION 7.8 XFORM a lot, and now we have get some additional changes in AION 7.9. Probably the most important change, as you can see for these skills, is this Abyss Tsunami. Before the change, damage was 10,000 fixed, target center range of 18 players. After the change, damage is 20,000 fixed, target center range of 24 players. And Abyssal Execution, damage fixed on 50,000 was before the change, and after the change, damage fixed was 70,000. And the rest of the skills, as you can see, transformations in general, XFORM, they have increased little bit power, defense power, as you can see, and attack power. But basically that's it regarding XFORM. They have just improved a little bit XFORM. Let's now talk about classes, and first class here which you can see is Gladiator. So I have some good news here for Gladiator class. If you play Gladiator, yeah, you will like these changes. As you can see, we don't have many changes, not many skills, but the changes are good. So let's check it out. A wide area forced fail. A cooldown time 40 seconds before the change. After the change, cooldown time 15 seconds. Wow, that's a nice change, right? Cooldown from 40 seconds to 15 seconds for Gladiator, a wide area forced fall. Leaving explosion, air binding effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. After the change, air binding effect affected by the shield after 2 seconds. Enhanced leaving explosion, 60 seconds cooldown on the airbound effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2.5 seconds. After the change, for 2.5 seconds, the cooldown of the airbound effect affected by the shield is 40 seconds. Wow, this is nice. Let's check further. Changes are now, as you can see, mostly regarding cooldowns. For example, improvement leaving absorption, cooldown time 30 seconds, that was before the change. After the change, cooldown time 20 seconds. Okay, good for Gladiator. A white earthquake pulls the target with physical damage to a target within 15 meters and cannot move. Cooldown time 40 seconds. And after the change, physical damage up to 8 targets within 17 meters for 1 second. Cooldown time 30 seconds. So as you can see, so far, good changes for Gladiator. These skills are getting reduced cooldown and they look better in general. Enhanced wide strong earthquake. Physical damage target is pulled into place. A target within 20 meters. An immovable effect. Cooldown time 40 seconds. After the change, 22 meters within a maximum of 8 people to the target. Physical damage 1 second to the target stun. Cooldown 20 seconds. Reduced cooldown by half. Come on. Cooldown was 40 seconds before the change and after the change 20 seconds. This is really good news for Gladiator class. Onslaught of weakness. Cooldown time 30 seconds before the change. After the change, cooldown time 15 seconds. Wow. Energy explosion. Physical damage to target 907. Cooldown 10 seconds. After the change, physical damage to target 8814. Cooldown 3 seconds. This is really good. I think that most of the people who are playing Gladiator class will be happy with this, because as you can see, reduction on cooldown times, increase in damage, and in generally good changes for Gladiator class. Okay, let's go forward with a Templar. Templar, we can see here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skills changed. And is it for the better or not? Well, let's see. It's so-so. I already read all of this, to be clear. So I have read all of these changes like few times before. So I already know. So regarding Templar, it's so-so. You will see. So regarding punishment and improved punishment, random physical damage to the target was before the change for both of these skills. After the change, it is fixed physical strike to the target. So. Then we have some changes regarding enhanced sturdy shield. Cooldown time before the change was 43.2 seconds. After the change, cooldown is 1 minute 30 seconds. That is 90 seconds. So this is double cooldown. This is not good, of course. This is increasement in cooldown for double, we can say. From 43.2 to 90 seconds. That's a lot. Shield trash, yeah, that's not correct translation for sure. We have then an enhanced shield trash and referee. These free skills were stunning the target for 3 seconds before the change. After the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. So yeah, this is also not good. Reduction in time while target is in stun effect. This is not good. Shield protection, reflective damage 584 to enemies attacking within 20 meters for 30 seconds. That was before the change. After the change, reflective damage to enemies within 5 minutes for 20 seconds, 457. So this is so-so. Enhancement shield of protection, reflective damage to enemies within 20 meters for 30 seconds, 847. Reflective damage to enemies within 5 meters for 20 seconds, 678. So this also doesn't look too good. For Templar, I mean, yeah, sadly, as you can see, for Gladiator is looking really good, right? Reduction of cooldowns, some increasement in attack, but regarding Templar, changes are sadly not so good. But let's go further with Assassin. Let's see what is happening here with Assassin. As you can see, also not so good news for Assassin here. I mean, regarding Assassin class, we will check all the skills, but when you look at this in generally, you can see first skills, for example, 3 skills we have here: rotation wind, participation in the circuit wind, disruption of the circuit wind. Yeah, it's insane translation. Don't worry about that. It's very clear when you see effect of the skills. So physical damage to the target within 25 meters is for all of these 3 skills for Assassin. And change after the change is physical damage to target within 15 meters, 20 meters, and 20 meters. So reduction in distance. So this is not good also. This is reduction in distance from 25 meters to 15, from 25 to 20, and from 25 to 20. Not good change. Let's go further. Let's check further changes. We have two skills, a quick onslaught and improved rapid onslaught. Stun the target from 3 to 4 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. So this is similar like with Templar. They are reducing the time while the target is in stun effect. And by half, basically. From 3 to 4 seconds to 2 seconds. So, yeah, also not so good change. What we have here, enhancement, maximize your sixth sense, increases physical defense by 1000 for 15 seconds and increases fall resistance by 500 before the change. After the change, 15 seconds physical defense 1200 increase. Okay, this is good. Falling resistance 12 increasement. Okay, this sounds so-so. Enhanced pledge of hit. Before the change, accuracy increased by 2500 for 20 seconds, magical accuracy increased by 5000, cooldown time 1 minute 4 seconds. After the change, 20 seconds hit 4000 increased, okay. Spell hit 6000 increased, and cooldown is 50 seconds. So this is actually pretty good. Cooldown is reduced from 64 seconds to 50 seconds. Okay, some changes are good. Commitment, last skill, cooldown time 30 seconds is reduced to cooldown time 28 seconds, so 2 seconds less. So regarding Assassin, changes are not so, we can say, severe as for Gladiator and for Templar, but yeah, so-so. Some changes are for the good, some are bad. Let's go further with Ranger. We don't have too many changes regarding Ranger, as you can see. Only like 6 skills are here, but let's check it out. First two skills, Silent Blow and Enhanced Silent Strike. Cooldown time 30 seconds before the change. After the change, for Ranger, cooldown time 40 seconds. So this is not good, yeah. So cooldown is going up for 10 seconds up. This is, yeah, not a good change. Fettered Iron Arrow, physical damage to target 865. After the change, physical damage to target 433. This is a reduction in damage. Also not good. Enhanced Shackles Iron Arrow, physical damage to target 1038. Decreases target's physical defense by 10% for 12 seconds. After the change, physical damage to target 519. Decreases the target's physical defense by 10% for 8 seconds. So this is also not good. It's a reduction in damage from 1038 to 519. And the time of the skill 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Yeah, also not good. Next, two skills we have Straighten Arrows, increase the bow physical attack by 500. Enhanced Arrow Enhancement, increased the bow physical attack by 950, are going into, after the change, increased bow physical attack by 300, this is not good, reduction, and increased bow physical attack by 500. Oh, this is a big reduction, from 950 to 500. This is not good. Yeah, also not good for Ranger, absolutely. Commitment, cooldown time 30 seconds, cooldown time 28 seconds, same like for Assassin. These changes for Ranger, I mean, yeah, this is not so good for Ranger. Cooldown time from 30 seconds to 40 seconds, first two skills. Then we have a reduction in physical attack from 500 to 300 and 950 to 500 for the last two skills. Definitely not good changes for Ranger. Shackles Iron Arrow, physical damage was before the change 1038. After the change, physical damage 519. Come on. I don't know. Looks like a not so good situation for Ranger. But we will see how will actually everything feel in the gameplay. Okay, let's go further. What do we have here? We have Cleric. And regarding the Cleric, many changes are coming also, and I must say, pretty interesting ones. So let's check first skill, Wall power, magical damage to a target 4768 after the change. Magical damage to target 3814. Reduction, this is a big reduction in damage. Improved wall power, magical damage to target 6435 after the change. Magical damage to the target 5148. Again, huge reduction in damage for Cleric. So why they are doing that? They want to make Cleric more healing class, absolutely looks like. Let's see. Then we have discharge repetition, reduces wall power cooldown time by 9 seconds when used. After the change, wall power cooldown time reduced by 3 seconds when used. Okay, this is interesting. This doesn't look good so far for Cleric, right? Improved discharge repetition, wall power cooldown time decreased by 14 seconds when used. That's before the change. After the change, wall power cooldown time reduced by 6 seconds when used. Also not good. Chain of pain, chain of suffering, and improved chain of pain. Chain of pain, yeah, that's translation from Korean to English from Google Translator. Let's see before the change. Magical damage to target 1532, and every 2 seconds you get for 30 seconds 1532 also. After the change, target hit the magical damage 1225. Okay, interval is still the same, every 2 seconds for 30 seconds, so that remains the same, but damage is lower. It's not anymore 1532, it's now 1225, so reduction in damage again. And for improved chain of suffering, magical damage to a target 2067 before the change, after the change 1654. Okay, this is interesting. So reduction in damage for Cleric class, first 4-5 skills as you can see. Hand of Salvation activates after successful shield defense and magic resistance, increased physical magical defense by 800 for 10 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, activates after successful shield defense. Okay, that's the same. And magic resistance absorbs 500 life when hit for 10 seconds, increases receiving health recovery by 10%, increases physical magical defense by 800. So this is so. Improved Hand of Salvation, similar thing. Then we have Stigma of Weakness, reduces physical magical damage by 500 for 15 seconds, cooldown time 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, so I see here reduction in cooldown, this is good. Reduces physical magical damage by 800 for 15 seconds, cooldown time 1 minute. Okay, at least some good change for Cleric, right? Cooldown from 1 minute 30 seconds to 1 minute. Improved Stigma of Weakness, reduces physical magical damage by 600 for 15 seconds, cooldown time 56.7 seconds. After the change, okay, cooldown as you can see 40 seconds, reduces physical magical damage by 1000 for 20 seconds. So at least these changes in cooldown are good for the Cleric. However, this reduction in damage, yeah, most certainly is not good. Well, we will see, like I said, how will each class feel in gameplay in 7.8. However, 7.9, 7.8 we have now. So how it will feel in 7.9, but now as you can see, yeah, these changes for Cleric, not so good. Chanter have actually pretty short list of changes. But of course, it's not only about how many skills are changed, it's also about what kind of changes are actually. So let's check it out. We have first skill, Weather, increases shock resistance by 650 for 7 seconds. After the change, increases impact resistance by 1500 for 7 seconds. So this looks good. Improved Weather, increased shock resistance by 780 for 7 seconds, increases shock resistance by 2000 for 7 seconds. So this is good. It's going up. Values are going up. Healing Purification spell, cooldown time 10 seconds. After the change, cooldown 14 seconds. That's a longer cooldown. And Enhanced Healing Purification spell, cooldown time 10 seconds. Also after the change, cooldown 14 seconds. And then we have two skills, breakthrough spell and space-time escape. Cooldown time 3 minutes. After a change, cooldown time 2 minutes. Okay, so this is now reduction in cooldown, and pretty good reduction, from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. So regarding Chanter, actually pretty good, not so bad. We have two free, we can say, skills, positive changes. We have this cooldown time from 10 seconds to 14 seconds. Okay, that's not good. However, this reduction of cooldown from 3 minutes to 2 minutes, it's good. And not many changes if we compare, for example, with Cleric, right? Compare Chanter with Cleric list. Okay, Ranger list is pretty short. Assassin is not so short. But as you can see, not so many changes regarding Chanter class in AION 7.9. Let's go further with Spiritmaster. Okay, let's see what is happening here. Steel Shield, maximum protection 4,514. PP defense increased by 700. After a change, maximum protection 8,000. PP defense 800. Wow, okay. You already see where is this going, right? This is going in direction of making Spiritmaster a little bit stronger. If you play Spiritmaster, this is pretty long list of changes. Let's just check in generally, for example, here. Yeah, so these are changes regarding the spirits. So I didn't play Spiritmaster too much, to be honest with you. I have leveled up like 3 or 4 characters, Spiritmasters, to maximum level during the last 8 years since I play AION. But I have never played Spiritmaster as a main class, so I don't want to spoil anything for you. If you play Spiritmaster, check these changes. You will know better what is happening here regarding these spirits, regarding effects. But let's check in generally. Reuse time, for example, for 1 to 2 seconds unaffected by the shield after effect 2 minutes. Reuse time 1 minute 30 seconds of knockback effect affected by the shield after for 2 seconds. So this is pretty bad translation. It's pretty hard to conclude here what is happening. But as you can see, first change for Spiritmaster is absolutely good. Other changes, yeah, it depends on gameplay and everything. It's looking so-so. So we will see regarding Spiritmaster. I'm still translating some things. If I see some new informations, you will know about that here on my YouTube channel. So when I check more details regarding Spiritmaster class, you will know about that. Let's go further with the Sorcerer here. Well, not many changes for Sorcerer. Only 3 skills. Yeah, only 3 skills. However, you see this first skill, same as for Spiritmaster, maximum protection going from 4,500 to 8,000 and PP defense going from 700 to 800. Good news for Sorcerer. Blessing of Iron Armor, shield effect that prevents physical damage for 6 seconds, shield effect that blocks all damage for 6 seconds. It's not only any more physical damage, it's also a magical damage. Cool. Improved Barrier of Sanctuary. Petrifying effect is applied to targets attacking within 5 meters while applying shield for 6 seconds. Increases cast time by 400% for 6 seconds. Petrifying effect is applied to targets that attack within 10 meters while shield is applied. So this is, yeah, pretty also interesting. So if you compare here, for example, changes for Spiritmaster and changes regarding, as you can see, Sorcerer, yeah, this is really, really difference, huge difference, as you can see in this list of changes. Let's go further with the Bard. Shield Melody, we have here first skill. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills changed here. Shield Melody, maximum protection 4,818 before the change. PP defense increased by 700. After the change, maximum protection 8,000 and PP defense by 800. So good changes for the Bard first skill. Typhoon Variation, air binding effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Air binding effect affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Ironclad Melody, 1200 increase in resistance value over shock condition for 7 seconds, 2000 increase in resistance value over impact condition for 10 seconds. Then we have Enhanced Typhoon Variation, air binding effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. After a change, air binding effect affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds, and basically similar thing for improved Enhanced Typhoon Variation. So regarding Bard, as you can see, first skill, Shield the Melody, yeah, this is good change for the Bard. Maximum protection increased by double, from 4118 to 8000. PP defense increased from 700 to 800. Good changes for Bard. Painter, let's see what's happening with Painter. Every time I go check skills regarding Painter, because everybody talk about will Painter get nerfed or buffed, what will happen with Painter. As you can see, 2 skills, that's it. No more changes, simple as that. Improved Color of Resistance and Enhanced Color of Transcendence. First skill, Color of Resistance improved. Recovers life when Prevent Death is activated 35,000. Increase physical defense by 338. And then we have Restored Life to Prevent Death trigger when 45,000. Physical defense 600 increase. Okay, this looks interesting, right? Enhanced Color of Transcendence, physical defense increased by 338, and after a change, physical defense increased by 450. So as you can see, yeah, we cannot say that Painter have got some amazing big changes, lots of skills. List is pretty short and changes are the way they are. Gunner also very short list, only 3 skills, a wide range of hellish shells. Cooldown time 40 seconds before the change. After the change, cooldown time 15 seconds. Wow, okay. This is nice reduction in cooldown. The Heart of the Hit, 1200 increase in impact resistance, 2000 increase in impact resistance after the change, and Escape Instinct teleports forward 7 meters, teleports forward 10 meters. So not many changes for Gunner, as you can see, and changes are not so radical. We can say this cooldown from 40 seconds to 15 seconds, that's pretty nice. Yeah. What else we have here? Aethertech. We have how many skills here? We have 5 skills. Not so many, as you can see. Let's see what will happen here. Protective Curtain, Shock Release. After use it as continuator. Reuse time 3 minutes. Remove consecutive period, change to normal skill cooldown 2 minutes. So this is reduction in cooldown. Here we have Protective Energy Veil, cooldown time 3 minutes, shock resistance 500. After a change, cooldown time 2 minutes, impact resistance 500. Okay, this is interesting. Enhanced Protective Emergency Veil. Also we have cooldown time 2 minutes 24 seconds. After a change, cooldown 1 minute 30 seconds. So this is interesting. State resistance increased by 300 before the change. After the change, it's related abnormality resistance by 1000. So these changes are pretty good for Aethertech. Reduction in cooldown for sure. Protective Resistance Curtain, we have cooldown time 1 minute 30 seconds. After the change, cooldown 2 minutes. Okay, this is now a little bit increase. And Enhanced Shield Resistant Shield, cooldown time 30 seconds. After the change, 1 minute 30 seconds. So it's also increasement in cooldown. So changes regarding Aethertech, so. So on the end of this post, I just have to show you here a little bit additionally with this patch note over there in Korea, which they have get after 7.8. So we are getting this in 7.9. They are also increasing power of the forts in generally in sieges. So as you can see, defense of the Guardian Shrine and the gates has been increased. The AP that can be obtained when defeating the Guardian Shrine has been increased. We have slightly increased the AP that can be obtained when defeating baller objects in fortress battles. So this is kind of normal. With each new update, they are increasing in generally power of the gear. Characters are stronger, so they need also to make forts in generally, fort sieges stronger. That's it. So regarding skill changes for all classes, as you can see, many changes are coming to us in 7.9 update, and some classes are not getting too many changes. As you can see, Gunner, Aethertech, Painter or Vandal, how they call this class in North America servers, Bard, not so many changes. However, as you can see, some classes like Cleric, yeah, check this, lots of changes. Assassin, Ranger, so Templar and Gladiator, lots of changes. So it will be interesting to see how are these classes feeling under the fingers in gameplay of AION 7.9. To be honest with you, currently I'm playing mostly AION Classic, not on AION live servers in Korea, so I don't know yet how this feels actually in the game. But in the weeks to come, I will have for sure more informations regarding these skill changes. If I see any kind of new informations, you will hear about that here on my YouTube channel. Tell me in the comments below video, what do you think about skill changes of AION 7.9, depending of course on which class you play. Do you like changes or not? What do you think? What they have done wrong? Maybe they should do something different. Tell me in the comments below video. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more AION and of course AION Classic videos in the future. See you soon.